before I forget, I gotta put in the fun juice. Why do these all leak? Like, I'm paying for my environment sauce. I don't want it on the ground. Like, you see? Not acceptable. Just kidding. Don't litter. So I'm going to get an angle finder. Is that what you call it? I don't know. You'll see. Anyway, I'm going to Home Depot to grab it so I can measure the angles of my CV joints in the front, my half shafts, axles, whatever you want to call them. Since I did the 1-inch level, I'm curious. The angles aren't terrible, but they're worse than stock, and stock isn't great either. Obviously, you want them to be level, but they're not. I got the 1-inch differential drop from Peak Suspension. It's like 35 bucks. I figured I'd try it and just see how much it actually drops the diff. I know it says 1-inch. We'll see if it's 1-inch, and how it affects the angles of the axles in the front. But I don't have the tool to measure it, so I'm going to go to Home Depot. Fellow ZR2 owner over there. I'm going to go check that thing out. Oh, that's nice. Shout out to you, buddy. That looks good. Debadged. Let's see. That looks like it's it. That's what I need. All right. Got the goods. 1 monster. 2 monsters. And this. So, that's it, huh? 2 1-inch spacers and 2 big bolts. No instructions. I guess I'll just figure it out. Take 2 bolts out, loosen the rear diff bolt, if I remember correctly. Throw these in and done. Spinnerini. Have a look. It does fit. I think we're pretty even. It's hard to tell, I know. It's hard to get that set on there perfectly, but it's pretty doggone close there. About 14 degrees is where my mark is. And now, mind you, this is with the 1-inch level, 589 fab leveling kit. So this looks like the rear diff bolt here. So I'm going to loosen that up so I have some play for the front diff bolts, which I'm going to have to find. Of course, there's a nut on top. Why wouldn't there be? For reference, 22 millimeter, top and bottom. All right, this should be the passenger side one. Nope. As you can see, we're free. Well, I don't think that bushing comes out. I think it stays there. There it is up there. I just slid the new spacer on top of existing bushing. Got the new bolt up, and this thing's actually not heavy. So I can just lift it by hand. Definitely shift it a little bit, huh? There we go. All right. I have it started. I'm just gonna, again, this is a 22. I'm just gonna loosely put it up in there. Still have space at the top. It's not tight. It's just in there temporarily. You can see, I mean, this thing is not very heavy, which is nice. It's easy to move around. Pop over to this side. I don't know why I'm trying this. I know it won't get it out. Nope. That's what the breaker bar is for. And before anyone yells at me, I put the thread lock on the other side. Maybe should have gone with blue, but I'm doing red. I don't see any reason why I would ever take this out. Oh, well, here's a tidbit of information for you guys. So there is not enough space to get the spacer in there because the diff itself is hitting the skid plate. If you can't see it, you can hear it. So I'm gonna have to drop the skid plate at least a little bit on this side. For you guys wonder, it's a 15 for these bolts. That did the trick. There is now enough space to get that spacer in there. Okay, so both front bolts and spacers are in, left loose. Just have to put the rear back in. So you can tell it doesn't quite line up right now, so I gotta finagle that bolt in there. You can see, I mean, it's close, it's very close. I'm just gonna have to do a little wiggling. That was not easy. Where's my nut? Aha. Nice shiny bits in there. I mean, at this point, can I just get sponsored by Peak Suspension? I mean, I'm buying a lot of your products. What do we think the new angle is? I still have the first one marked. Just about 14 degrees. All right. Here's my new mark. You can see it. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Focus. Focus. Can you see? Okay, so it looks like about 11, and to be conservative, we'll say 12 degrees. We'll call it 12. Before it was 14 and a half-ish, and now we're down to 11 and a half, 12-ish. That's a decent drop. From looking at it, you wouldn't be able to tell. Well, it's just kind of peace of mind, and for 35 bucks, I mean, why not? It took probably an hour to throw it in. It'd definitely be less if you had a lift. It's just kind of a pain rolling around on the floor. If someone out there could do the same test, put on a completely stock truck, no leveling kit or anything in the front, I'm curious what the angles would be compared to now. But otherwise, I would recommend this. It's a good kit. Also, you could just go buy 2 bolts and some spacers and do it the same way. But this was easy. I didn't have to look anything up. Just threw it up in there. It's done. It's proven. I do have more parts coming for this. Stay tuned. There'll be more to see. Thanks for watching.